Hey guys, how are you? What's going on? Y'all. Ooh, were y'all watching today? Mm-mm-mm. Somebody's in trouble. Okay, we gonna just go ahead and get right into it because there's no point in dragging it out. Somebody is going to be in trouble. Somebody's not gonna be able to sleep tonight. Okay. There's a few people. Well, girl, Donna, baby, Wendy. It's just a matter of time. I'm sure she doesn't know what to do. Should I go to the grocery store? Should I stay home? Should I what should I be doing? Girl, because they are dragging the I mean, it's if I were Wendy, I would be trying to, I don't know, work something out. You may as well go ahead and spill your damn beans. Okay. Because if you make this, is what I would say to Wendy right now. If you make them come for you, it's going to be really embarrassing. And your sons, they're probably not going to talk to you ever again anyway. But they're really not going to talk. Because if you think whatever you did, baby, what you did, it's bad. Anyway, we're going to get right into it, guys. If you were watching today, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Today, I'm not going to lie, today dragged on a little bit. It dragged on. It was not boring in the least, but it dragged on. Not to mention I had a lot of stuff to do today, so I was on the go listening with headphones. I went live at lunchtime, so if you're in members, we did a little members video, so go catch it when you get a chance. But this is a very interesting trial, y'all. I don't know what everybody out there is watching, but baby, a lot of people are watching this. It's I haven't seen a trial like this in a long time. I mean, maybe Diddy's trial was like this, but guess what? We didn't get to see it. It involves local, state, federal authorities. It involves wiretaps. It involves spy cam pictures. It involves multiple trials, murder plot. I mean, Diddy didn't even have all that. Like, there's so much going on here. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Um, when it closed out today, I was over there. Farah was I was watching a tennis match, and girl, when they closed out, um, when Charlie called Katie after Charlie called his mom, and then they showed the pictures of Charlie and Donna, like, what do you think? Whatever they were talking about, because they couldn't get them on the microphone recording devices, baby. Oh my God. Okay. Donna is cooked. Donna's cooked. They're cooked. And to think that they took over 2 years, like they have a lot. So it's 11 years now for up to Donna's trial. But during this investigation, it had already been almost 2 years since Dan had been killed. Like, they'd been in the weeds investigating this. They got a lot of information on these people, and they've been getting more and more. Donna is, I don't know what Donna, baby, Donna, they're not going to be easy with you. Okay, let's just get into it real quick. And just kind of go overview. We're going to focus towards the end. If there's another part you guys want to focus on, let me know. But basically, I feel like the best part was the last hour, and that's what we're going to focus on. So, because there's so much every day, I, you know what I'm saying? I can't possibly recap the whole thing, but um, the best of the best was over here. Okay. That was the best part. Special Agent Patrick Sanford. Okay. But the morning started out, okay. Um, let's see. Girl, frizzed out as usual. Donna needs a good brush. She might need some conditioner. But she'll be all right. Um, this morning it was Sergeant Chris Corbett. Um, his information was very good. He's the one we left off with yesterday. Um, it very well could be that the TV scenario is Operation Let's Kill Dan. I'm not 100% convinced, but they were using TV or TV repair, this, that, and the third, almost interchangeably to where you might actually think that when they were talking about the broken TV, it was a ruse. You know what I'm saying? For Operation Dan. Okay. So this particular Sergeant Christopher Corbett, he came with the receipts. Specifically, he was able to plot everybody, their text messages, conversations. The thing that got me today, and I think we talked about it at lunchtime, did we? Or we talked about it yesterday, was Dan's. Gosh, these every day is kind of melting in together, but it could have been. It was today. The call where Dan was trying to arrange to pick up the kids to go swimming, and Wendy was being a complete and total bitch and didn't want and was arguing with Dan about picking up the kids at a time that wasn't his time, knowing good and damn well, according to them plotting these calls, that more than likely Charlie had already passed the word on and around that things were getting ready to pop off today. It's possible that they knew what was going on. You know what I'm saying? So, um, there were a sequence of phone calls where one could assume that it's possible she was aware, because she started to argue with him about it's not your time, this is my time, blah, 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 blah. Last week you did this week, da, 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 da. They were getting ready to get into it. And then she just was like, it's fine. 4:30, just I'll pick them up. Because she had just talked to Charlie, knowing good and well Charlie may have just told her them folks are in town. And I'm talking about Sigfredo and Luis. Okay. Um, they detailed out the whole chain of calls, text messages, everything. It was very interesting, but it was very tedious, and but it was interesting. You had to really be paying attention to what was going on. So he came with the receipts, a very full report, answered a lot of questions, um, everything about the renting of the cars, all of the things. Okay. Wendy calls Charlie. Like, this is that call right around the time. This is the call. She's on the call with Charlie for like about, what they say, 18 minutes and 17 seconds. And in the next hour, Dan would be dead. Okay. Or Dan would be shot, put it that way. Okay. Um, for and notice this red line. So Charlie reaches out to Wendy. He may have told her, look, it's getting ready to pop off. Just now, why she drove past the house or down the street of the house was absolutely insane, but they probably didn't talk to her about that. She didn't know any better. It was weird. Okay, then Sergeant Corbett was pretty much on deck most of the morning. They broke for lunch, and then oh, it was good. It was very good. They came back right after lunch. They're still, I mean, they're plotting when they got there, like basically all of the calls, text messages, everything. They went through everything. Because the evidence really is in a lot of this digital forensic evidence, where there were a sequence, just a very definite sequence of calls, and at a certain time, calls go dead, and then next thing you know, the calls start flaring up again. Anyway, so he was on for, it was a long time. It was very much a long time. So anyway, they come back, and then the FBI hit the deck. Okay. So the person who, if you heard of the bump, okay, so this guy is a recordings expert. He's responsible for some of the wires, James McElveen. He is some sort of digital forensics expert. He was not on long. And then there was another guy. It wasn't this guy, it was somebody else. I'll let him talk. He's not going to be on long at all.
Had an opportunity to review the recording from your messenger bag device, States Exhibit 131.
Yes.
And is that a fair and accurate recording of what was captured from your device that day?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And as far as clarification of any audio that was present on that recording device, would you be responsible for that, or was that Mr. McElveen that we just heard from?
Yes, I never even, other than authenticating it, I never reviewed it.
All right. Moving to evidence, States 131, Your Honor.
An objection.
No objection.
States 131 is admitted.
No further questions, Judge.
Oh, I missed it. Hold on.
No questions.
At that time, I worked as a police officer for the city of Plantation, and I was also assigned to a federal task force.
This operation involving a Charlie Adelson.
Yes, I did.
All right. Was the surveillance that you conducted of Mr. Adelson related to a wiretap that was happening simultaneously with your part in the investigation?
That's correct.
What is it that you were asked to do?
I was asked to surreptitiously record Mr. Adelson at a restaurant on the night, I believe it was April 20th, 2016.
Okay, so that might have been.
How about April 21st?
21st, correct.
Okay, and who was Mr. Adelson meeting with at that restaurant?
His father, Mr. Harvey Adelson.
Okay, and was that the Matsuri restaurant?
Yes, a sushi restaurant in Miami.
What equipment was used when you went in to record?
I had a covert surveillance recording device that recorded in audio and video.
If I were Harvey, I probably wouldn't even show up after tomorrow. I would like start to creep my behind back down to Miami, but it's too late now.
Was it?
It wasn't the most sophisticated device. Would you like me to describe it?
Yes, please.
Okay. It almost looked like what they call now a man bag, or a large bag that had a hidden recorder and video equipment inside of it.
And was there any sort of strategic problem with using that sort of messenger style bag under the circumstances inside this particular restaurant?
Yeah, so when I entered the restaurant, I saw Mr. Charles Adelson and Mr. Harvey Adelson sitting at the sushi bar. There was an unoccupied stool next to Mr. Harvey Adelson. So I took a position directly next to Mr. Harvey Adelson because it was extremely loud in the restaurant. I put the bag directly on the sushi bar between myself and Mr. Harvey Adelson.
Okay. And what does it mean to get made?
Obviously, when you get made, they identify who you are, and they know you're up to, maybe they identify that you're law enforcement, or they know what you're doing.
And do you think that might have happened on this effort?
I think it was pretty obvious that my actions were probably a little suspicious to them. Correct.
Have you had an opportunity to review the recording from your messenger bag device, States Exhibit 131?
Yes.
And is that a fair and accurate recording of what was captured from your device that day?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And as far as clarification of any audio that was present on that recording device, would you be responsible for that, or was that Mr. McElveen that we just heard from?
Yes, I never even, other than authenticating it, I never reviewed it.
All right, move into evidence, states 131, Your Honor.
An objection.
Objection.
States 131 is admitted.
No further questions, Judge.
Okay, so the next person that they get up, so I must have missed one. There's a guy, the infamous bump. So there's a situation where somebody confronts Donna outside of her apartments, her high-rise apartments, and that particular individual came to testify. You could not see his face. This is not him. Let's see. This person here. Hold on.
You recorded.
Well, yes, I had to do something on the phone.
All right.
Let's see. Let's get to a little bit further. Portia Hush. Now, why they would show his jewelry and stuff, I don't know. Court TV don't play with these people. They might not like that.
Mention the money.
The piece of paper said 5,000.
Well, the paper did, but verbally.
All right. Now, I'm going to say if you watch this, the undercover agent, when Jackie comes up there, baby, Jackie is like, because he's pronouncing Luis and Sigfredo, he's pronouncing them with a, like as somebody who is fluent in Spanish, right? She's like, oh, you've got an interesting accent. It was like, Jackie, you live in Florida, right? There is a lot of Spanish speakers in Florida, as well as all over the United States. But it was almost like she was she was like stupefied that he had a like legit Spanish affect to his pronunciation. And it just came off very awkward. Any of you guys who watched it, I was just kind of like, girl, have a seat. Ma'am, seriously? Like, anywho, this was the guy, if you ever saw The Bump, quote unquote, this was the undercover officer who was responsible for the bump. So when it says witness identity hidden, this is this person right here. I know, I cannot imagine how Donna, I mean, for me, if I were Donna, I would be sitting there like, oh shit. Oh shit. Like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Like, and that's crazy. I wouldn't have even known how to act.
Cover cell phone number and the $5,000, which was being asked for.
Okay, and this cell phone number that it belongs to the phone number that's written here, are you personally going to carry that around and answer it if someone calls it?
That is correct. That's solely in my hands, and I'm the only one answering.
So basically, the bump was they confronted Donna on the street, and he basically said, like, my brother is sitting in jail right now, and I know that you guys took care of Sigfredo and his girlfriend or his lady or whatever, but my brother is sitting there and you guys haven't taken care of him, blah, blah, blah. And I think this is what I think they said earlier. The paper that he handed them was like a flyer or something, but I want to say that it was either a photocopy or something of the article with the murder of Dan Markel on it, right? And so when she talks to Charlie later, it was like this particular agent is going to talk about it. The special agent Patrick Sanford, in the call when he's like, well, what's it have to do with? And she's like, me and you, something like that, like real casual. She doesn't want to talk about it over the phone. But if in fact it was a photocopy or like a clipping of an article about Dan Markel's murder, and she says, what's it have to do with? And he's like, me and you, then it's like, come on, Donna, seriously? Like, oh my God, you guys, like, Donna, you're done. You're done. Just short of Wendy walking in there and just admitting it. But Wendy's really going to have to. I wonder if they're just waiting for Wendy to just pipe up and just admit to it, because if they have to bring Wendy to court, they're going to really drag her. And when they drag her, like I said, her sons will probably never speak to her again, but they really will never speak to her again after all of this, after she's played in their faces for so long. It's really, 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 it's just absolutely incredible. So let's listen to, we're going to start it here, because it's our favorite thing, phone calls. Okay. So the FBI, wiretap their phones. Now, if you've listened on phone calls from prison, I think phone calls from prison had the wiretaps. Some of the calls on phone calls from prison were actual jail calls. Some of them, I think, if I remember correctly, because I didn't get to go over there to check today, but I think they had a couple of the wiretap calls. And if they did, this is what you're going to hear now. These are, to me, these are going to send Donna to prison. These are going to send Donna to prison. Absolutely. I don't know what Charlie's coming to say. Charlie could be up tomorrow. They've talked about Charlie so much. I know the jury can't wait for him to show up. But this is bad. Like, all this stuff is very bad. It's a wrap. Yes. Wait till they talk about it. Hold on. I want to start it right from the beginning. When he says, oh, we're going to start to play some calls. I was like, girl, baby, this is going to be good. Okay, hold on. Let me just scroll it down to make sure we're getting it from the absolute beginning, because this was good. When it was over, I was like, no, not already.
Proceed.
Thank
So they
you,
just came
Judge.
back from their break. Okay, so they're getting ready. This is Special Agent Patrick Sanford, and they're getting ready to get into these wiretap phone calls. And just pay attention if you've been watching. They are going to talk about the TV. The TV, I feel like, is definitely code for Operation Kill Dan. That's what it's giving. At a certain point, I think they know that something is getting ready to happen, that they've been found out. I just don't know how they could think otherwise.
Sorry about that. Agent Sanford, in front of you is a copy of State's Exhibit 85, the wire call summary. Can you tell us what is contained in that exhibit?
It's a list of calls that we selected, calls in a couple of texts.
And you know we love a good phone call over here on Real Talk Bougie. If there's one thing that we love, it's some good ass phone calls where people don't realize, you know what? Somebody might be listening. Okay.
Messages in a little bit of a timeline and mostly chronological order.
The dates that the calls were made and who they're to and from, that sort of thing.
That's correct. It just has.
Girl, look at Donna. Look at Donna. Donna needs to say, excuse me. Can we just stop it right now? Can we just, I'm guilty, Your Honor. Your Honor. Your Honor. Can we just stop it right now?
Fairly and accurately depict the identifying information for the calls contained in State's Exhibit 99.
That's correct.
Right. Judge, at this time, I would ask to move into evidence State's Exhibit 85.
Objection. It's 85 is in there.
May I have permission to provide copies to the jurors, Your Honor?
You may.
They're going to give them the phone calls with the transcripts, and guess what? They get a special set of headphones too, so they don't miss a word. Excuse me, can you make sure when Mrs. Adelson gets back to her cell tonight that she gets her heart medication, please? We need her to get all of her heart medication, her blood pressure pills. We need to make sure her insulin has been controlled. We need ma'am bright and early for court in the morning, okay? And make sure she gets a good high protein meal, not too much sugar. We need her in court tomorrow, okay? Well, she's
Madam Court
cooked.
Reporter, would it assist you to have a copy of the summary? All right, we were about to listen to call 989. Judge, we're going to advance the call to 8 minutes and 56 seconds, but I thought we'd start just at the beginning to give the jurors an opportunity to put on their headsets. We provided headsets for each juror with a number, and there's an accompanying volume control in the front here. So my suggestion is just let everybody tinker with it and get settled, and then we'll move the
That's
call
fine.
along.
For that, use your notepad still. I believe there'll be one copy that goes back.
I don't know that they offered her a plea, but you can opt out anytime and just say, you know what, I'm guilty. You can just, hey, stop the presses. I'm guilty. There's no need to go on. I think there's some states where you can put in a guilty plea and they're going to still continue with the trial because maybe based on the, they may still continue even with a guilty plea, but if in some states you go ahead and put that guilty and everything is going to stop. I mean, there doesn't necessarily have to be a negotiated plea. It could just be, I'm guilty. Okay, do you understand the ramifications of putting in this guilty plea? Did anybody promise you anything? No. You may just want the dragging to stop. So yeah. I mean, are they going to be pleased with it? But I don't know. But I don't think a prosecutor is going to ever be upset if someone that they think is guilty puts their hand up and says, "You know what? I'm good on this." But hey,
Later, but use your notepads.
I don't know if she still thinks that they could possibly find her innocent. We'll see. We'll see.
All right, start publishing. Let's
And then they're testing their audio using the headsets.
Look, Jackie looks pissed. The little blonde.
Sir? Right.
What's I don't know if I'll wear them for all of it, but just to make sure I can hear it properly. Properly so you can clearly hear. I think that,
Oh no, they're well, you know what I mean? They're well to do. I'm not going to say they're wealthy. But he had a very successful dental practice for 4 decades. They've got coin. And they have they've got multiple homes and all of the things. I'm sure that he's paying for this. Yeah, these are not court appointed. These are private attorneys.
You aren't going to be left in the dark.
Okay, well. So keep in mind, these are not jail calls. These are wiretaps. They had the FBI on their ass, okay? They were being tapped and they were listening in because they knew that I guess they had They had enough information to support that this was a murder for hire, and the FBI got involved.
Oh, boy.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, just got home from work.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I had some barbecue up in Jupiter. That's why I just wanted to avoid traffic.
Oh, okay. So you're done for the week? You're not working tomorrow, are you?
I actually am working tomorrow. Oh, I know. And then that was off Monday.
Isn't it wonderful when sound matters, when the judge actually gives a fuck enough to say, you know what? I need to make sure that everybody can hear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh, that's good. I'm sorry.
That's fine, I
Are
don't
you
care.
good?
Yeah,
Just trying to earn a living.
Tinker?
yeah, I know.
Okay, let's go to 8 minutes,
That's
56 seconds.
Right now, you're not missing anything. They're just making sure that everyone can hear. People are testing their headphones, and then they're going to get to the specific parts that they want folk to hear. So you're not missing anything. It's Charlie saying hi to his mom. She's saying, "What are you doing?" He said, "You know, I'm just out here trying to earn a living." Da 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 da. Whatever.
Because I'm in that demographic of guy that wants to date. And I don't have a problem telling her, like, you couldn't go to supermodel at 37. I'm not asking for her to be. No.
So how unusual a guy he is.
Of course.
Like, what people see is, especially from.
I have done,
I know.
Well, to be honest.
I know.
and I will continue to talk to her. But there's a limit to, there's a point at which someone purposely will do what you're asking them to purposely do the opposite.
Which is going to screw her life because there is going to be another day. There is going to be another day.
What's that?
There's not going to be another
No,
day.
no. The reason why is I'll never tell someone you can't win the lottery twice. But I can tell you this, that probability is not in your favor. Probability is not in your favor of winning the lottery once. Winning it twice, even more. And that's how I talk to her. Because what happens is if that's what she needs to do. The understands what I don't ever offend her.
I feel like this call is on phone calls from prison. If you wanted to hear it, you might even be able to hear it a little bit better. Basically, they're talking about a guy named Dave right now. And what this is that Wendy is no longer with Dave. Charlie is basically saying, like, you know, that was basically hitting the lottery, even though Wendy is supposed to be a good catch. He's like, look, face it, this is a guy's point of view. I'm not saying this is what he's saying. He's like, look, you're 37. You got 2 kids by another man. Nobody's going to be running to date you. You got 2 kids with another guy. The type of guy you want doesn't necessarily want to be with a woman who's got to get a babysitter. And he's telling her straight up and down. He's like, I'm in this age group and I can date a supermodel. This is what he's saying. But, you know, he's also a rich doctor, periodontist. He has a Ferrari, all of these things. So yes, that is true. And he's just basically breaking it down to her to stop being so picky a little bit. This is what him and his mother, they're basically gossiping at this moment about Wendy. That's what this call is. Okay.
I don't talk about her. I just say, Wendy, listen, if you put a 37-year-old Victoria's Secret model in front of me, I wouldn't want to get serious with her. Why would I have to be with a 25-year-old? I said, a 25-year-old is going to be 18 in 15 years. I go, you want to buy a car with high mileage or low mileage? I go, listen, Wendy, you don't want to date a guy that's 50. You know why? Because he's too old for you. And he's going to be 60 in 10 years. And 10 years from now, you don't want to see yourself as a 60-year-old. I get it. So it is what it is.
But you can definitely ask her why she's not going out and dating, because she was there with her clean serious head.
I know,
But it opens it to you.
of course, but just hear me out. I can talk to Wendy differently than anyone can, but even when I do, I don't reference it as saying, Wendy, in a million years I wouldn't date a girl like you with 2 kids. Because it's true, in a million years I would. What I would say is, Wendy, the Victoria's Secret model, I wouldn't have you set me up with her shoes 37. And that's just, it's a double standard, but that's life. And she knows about double standards in life. It is what it is. So all I can say is like,
And some of you guys might be saying, but he was dating Catherine McBanawa. She had kids with a sus baby daddy. Yeah. And guess what he used her for? He used her for a connect to kill his brother-in-law he didn't like. Okay. He wasn't really trying to be with her to wife her up. She was a good time, and she had a certain type of connection that he wanted and needed. That's what a Catherine McBanawa was good for, because he's even saying his own sister at 37, a nice Jewish girl with a good education and a law degree. Yeah, he wouldn't want her either because she's got 2 kids. You see, I mean, we're not talking about dating right now, but it just happened to come up. Like, that's okay. But like I said, in the back of your mind, don't even relate this to Kathy. Katie, because Katie is not really factored in like that. She was someone he dated that was a little friend or whatever, but she was never going to be anything serious. So this is how he truly feels, how he's talking to his mom. But they're always trying to make sure Wendy's okay. And they spend a lot of time talking about Wendy's personal life.
when I talk to her and I put it in those terms, she gets it. She gets it, but obviously it doesn't help that she's got these fucking friends.
I
Don't
know.
tell her that you deserve the Superman with some guy who's a doctor who's single, who's just dying to take over the responsibility to kids who aren't his. Like, there's tons of very wealthy, successful, young, good-looking guys want to date her because nothing is more fun than having a 6-year-old fart in your face while you're trying to talk to your girlfriend when you get home from work. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Only someone like him who's comfortable with it, who knows what it's like, could understand it, and doesn't bother him.
Yeah, and not only that, let me give you an example. Ted Berman, you're a little fucking odd, had that crazy mom lived on the other street. The lawyer. Okay, Ted Berman got divorced from his wife. He didn't give it down. I told you about that, right?
Yeah, uh-huh.
So, yeah, he took a whole bunch of people. He took, Warren Sapp, football player. Yeah, he took Warren Sapp, Javon First, a whole bunch of his friends, like paid for everybody, for like 20 people to go for the weekend. So like, so we'll go there and spend like $50,000. So his wife ended up sleeping with Javon First.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so he's engaged now to a girl that he's known forever. Okay. He has freedom. Yeah, I'm in that age group. I don't know.
I had her pause it for a moment to explain that beeping noise that we just heard. What is that noise?
That's the sound that it makes when the officer who's monitoring the call, he minimizes it. So
Okay,
he'll
so
hit a
we're
button, it stops it, it makes that noise, and then when he presses it again to monitor again, it picks right back up on that same spot, basically.
All right, but we're going to sort
But
of
it
pop
jumped.
in and out of the conversation when we hear that noise.
Exactly. There's not a big pause in between. You'll hear the noise, and then the conversation will pick back
All
up.
right, and am I correct that the people that are being intercepted do not hear the noise, the beeping?
That's correct.
That's
They
the
do not.
idea. Okay. All right, let's play a little more.
One. And I'm wondering if two, that one. Yes, your kids are a blessing to you, or to somebody else.
Yeah, that's right.
But I mean, listen, do I look like the kind of guy that wants to come home from work and talk to my 37-year-old girlfriend while her kid parks in my face? No, they're my nephews. I love them. But as far as dating someone, hell no. I want to go ahead and tell my girlfriend, listen, let's go away for the weekend. What time can you get off next Friday? Okay, I don't want to feel like, oh, we got to deal with, can we get the in-laws to watch them, what their schedule will look like. It's not just Wendy, it's Wendy and the 3 boys. It's 3 people you're dealing with. So you can't, and you can, trust me, I know what to say. I mean, and I listen, and a part of me's this because, you know what, someone that's handed a golden opportunity.
But that, you know what? That's what she has to hear. Sometimes you get the gold ring, and you can, I don't know what she's got her hands to something on that.
Because she has everyone telling her that she's such a great catch, and she is. But they're not, but guess what?
They're not living her life.
They're not living her life, and they're not breaking it down and saying who's, and listen, the guy who may treat her really well just may never really bother the kid. Like, there's so many aspects to it. So you can make break it out. He doesn't really want to do anything with your kids. What are you going to do? Kick him out too?
This guy not only is crazy about her,
Yeah.
he's crazy about things. And he's actually treats her, and that's what.
That's why. Not because the truth is, she can meet a great guy. Those aren't his boys. She just doesn't like him. What does she do? Get rid of him? He didn't treat her well. But he's like, okay with the kids.
Tolerate the kids. We'll put up with them.
I put up with them, whatever. And then what if they're real nice to the boys on day one, but 3 years down the road, he's pretty much had enough of them. But right now, they're going through a tough time. I mean, I'm just saying.
No, that she's been given an opportunity that she most likely will never have to do.
No,
She's not only throwing it away for herself, she's throwing it away for the kids that deserve it last.
But you don't understand, you could never say that to her. Well, man, it was
Cool. Yeah, I know.
You can say anything you want, it's America. I can tell you the end of the company. You can tell me the beginning.
If I told her to say it, if you want to hear that's what we do. I would try.
I would try. You fuck it up, girl. I tried. You would get 30 seconds into your planned speech before she told you to butt out of her life. And rightfully so, it's her life. She can tell you whatever she wants. But the difference is that I can talk to her differently.
I know. Charlie,
So,
believe me and embrace what you do. And really, you know that. You know that.
Trust me, I know. I mean, listen, she's doing great with it, considering everything she's been through. I would just like
You know what?
her.
She's your sister. She loves you. She's a good sister and you're an amazing brother. And I'm just grateful that two of you have each other. I really am.
Well, I am too, but I can tell you,
Really am. And I appreciate what you do. Because
I go.
who else is going to do it? Who else is going to say, hey, wake up? This is now the perfect afternoon. It's glad to be good. Thank God.
Well, I got promised. Most people don't ever get an opportunity like this to begin with.
The reason he mentioned Warren Sapp is because he's talking about guys of a certain age with a certain amount of coin who can pretty much date a woman their age who may have kids or whatever, or date 10 years younger. Like, it was really on some dating type stuff. He was just kind of being a successful doctor with some coin. He was basically kind of comparing his options and saying, like, Warren Sapp just did this and whatever. It was a sports reference. It's not really important.
I'm
shocked that you don't.
And that's what I could listen to.
Basically, in this call, I believe this is the one. This is one of them where you were right when you caught on him saying, "Whoa, an opportunity like this." Basically, she got an opportunity a football player. It's not important, y'all. Warren, it's not important. He was just throwing a name out. Like if I said, like Sierra and Russell Wilson, like just a random celebrity reference. But guys talk in sports, we talk in entertainment. Okay. The opportunity is that Wendy got to start from scratch and got a nice fat insurance settlement and survivor benefits. And Wendy I don't even think Wendy's working.
Trust me, I'm buff. It's fun. Believe, let me say this much to you. As much as you feel like knocking her over the head, I feel like punching her and then knocking her over the head.
Sure.
So trust me on this. So what I'm telling you is that I'll talk to her and I will do my best with school. My best is very good.
I know.
And you gotta understand, the way I'll tell her too is like, Wendy, she loves Jess. I think Jess is awesome. Jess will be a great friend to me. And I talk to Jess all the time. Wendy, I wouldn't leave Jess in a million years because she's 37 and she has no kids.
She's not good, and Jess only wants children.
Absolutely. I said, but she has to, I go, but what's it about? So it's like you winning the lotto and saying, I'll never win the lotto again. That's not true. You still have a 1 in 14 million chance. That's it. I'm not going to take that from you. You can get out there and buy another ticket and win the lotto again. It's highly unlikely. So, and it's highly.
Okay, I think we get the idea. We're 2 years out, right, from Dan Markell's murder.
That's correct.
And who is Dave? Did you identify Dave through the course of the investigation?
We did. He's Dave Atel. He owned it. He was a successful businessman and lived in South Florida.
And is this the only call that happened to be captured on the wire in which these two are discussing Wendy's love life?
No, it wasn't.
They talk about Dave quite a bit.
They did several times.
All right. And they talk about Wendy's career options too, don't they?
They do.
And does the defendant, Donna Adelson, enlist Charlie to convince Wendy to do her bidding in reference to Wendy's career as well?
Correct. She does.
I'm going to publish call number 2873 at this time, Judge.
You may proceed.
Learn as much as you can from these people. Sounds like you're not learning much of anything. But I would take the course. The course is, you could do the course 2 different ways. I think it's either 1 week, but then you take the course, or you could go like every weekend for a month, and then you take the test.
I'm not, yeah, but I'm not even thinking about that right now. Like I still, I like how
This isn't what it's supposed to be.
So it
Is this 2873? No, do. All right, we'll come back to that one. Sorry, folks, wrong call. All right, are you familiar with the bump in this case?
I am.
All right, what's the bump?
The bump is where we took an undercover agent and had him approach Mrs. Adelson with a plan. It was during the time of the investigation, we had evidence that linked Luis Rivera and Sigfredo Garcia to being the actual hitmen. So in 2016, we decided to created the bump to have an undercover approach her, pretending to be a former cellmate of Luis Rivera. Luis Rivera in 2016 was actually incarcerated in the Broward County Detention Facility and then went to another jail. So we wanted the undercover to pretend to be in a jail cell with Luis Rivera and pretend that Luis Rivera told him about the hit in Tallahassee with the Adelsons. Not with the Adelsons, but the hit that that was created, linking back because we had telephone calls going through, linking Luis Rivera to Sigfredo Garcia then to Catherine McManua, then to Charlie Adelson, then to Mrs. Adelson here.
So it was a ruse
It was a ruse. Correct.
designed to generate chatter on the wire.
It was. It was 2 years after the homicide, and we started a wire, and we knew that they were not talking about the homicide anymore. So we wanted we call it tickling the wire.
And was the goal to identify, if the pattern that we're seeing that we think is the members of the conspiracy, is that right? Who's a member of the conspiracy and what are their roles?
Yeah, we had Luis Rivera, Sigfredo Garcia would talk, and then Sigfredo Garcia talked to Catherine McManua through the phones. Catherine McManua would talk to Charlie Adelson through phones. Charlie Adelson would talk to Donna Adelson through the phones, and then it would go back, and it would always go back and forth in that order. It never skipped anyone, never, no one ever jumped over to the other person. It always went back and forth. So we had that in the phone records leading up to the homicide, but what we didn't have was the conversations.
So was it of interest to find out, if we approach Donna Adelson in this way, what's she going to do? Who's she going to go to?
Exactly.
Is she
See
going to
what
call
her
the
reaction
police?
was.
Is she going to call Luis Rivera? What's she going to do?
Exactly.
Right? Okay. And did you have an opportunity to review State's Exhibit 113? Is that another? 113 contains the combined videos from both the body-worn camera of the officer that approached the defendant and also the angle from across the street.
That's correct.
Okay, and are these fair and accurate recordings of the bump from both those angles?
They are.
All right, moving to evidence states 113, Judge.
Any objection? States 113 is admitted.
All right, and the officer that played the gang member, I guess, said that he was instructed not to be aggressive or not to scare the defendant. Was that you that instructed him on that?
It was. We had, we didn't want to cause concerns for the agent's safety. If he approached her being too aggressive and too scary, we didn't know how she would react, if she would possibly be armed at the time. We had no idea. So didn't want to create a hostile environment to make her become overly aggressive.
And
cause him-
is that a concern in every undercover operation that you just kind of don't know what you're going to get? I mean, it's not specific to this defendant, right?
That's correct. That's in every case. We try to minimize the risk to the officer's safety and to the people around.
Okay. Let's publish 113, please.
Black towards, what is it? Yeah. Okay, I'll get that.
Yeah, listen, I just want to let you know that we know that your family has been taking care of Katie and her friend Luca for quite some time after your problem up north has been resolved. And I want to let you know that my brother, he's incarcerated. He helped your family with this problem you guys had up north. And we want to make sure that he's going through some rough times. We want to make sure that you take care of what he's going through, the way you're taking care of Katie and Tuca. Well, this will explain it. Thank you.
Pause it, please. Does the defendant remain under surveillance for some time after this?
She does.
Okay, we see her take the paper from the undercover and fold it and put it into her purse. Does she ever take it out and look at it before she gets back into her building?
Not that we ever saw, no.
And Does she make any phone calls once she goes back into her building?
When she goes back into her building, she does.
And who is the first person that the defendant calls after the bump?
Charlie Adelson.
Right, is that call A?
It is.
Okay, publish call A, please.
Girl, right there, Donna Adelson look real. Look. It's giving, oh shit. There's a certain point where the judge is like, Mrs. Adelson, please put your listening device back on if you're going need to hear. We want to make sure that you are able to hear all of the audio, please, Mrs. Adelson. Girl, just confess, okay? It's like, it's embarrassing at this point. She was like, I can't hear. She was trying to do a Sonya. I can't hear. I can't remember. Girl, bye.
Hey, Harv.
Oh, it's fine. It's good.
Because tonight after work or some other time in the very near future, I need to meet the people.
Okay.
Okay.
Did someone write a letter to you or something?
I've got some paperwork hand delivered to me.
You're being sued?
No, that's what I thought it was, but I'm gonna need to talk to you.
Okay.
Okay, so, I'm gonna be, I'll have to figure out something. Depends how it will be, wherever you are.
Well, I'm in Mitch Klein's office on Oakland Park Boulevard.
Okay.
So I'm right now in Thailand, Chile, and I'll be at his office in the afternoon.
Okay. So the boys who finished their, piano lesson around 4-ish, and they, at the traffic over there, and they take a ride with them up there.
Did Dad know about it?
The dad did work today, fortunately.
What's, IRS?
You know, the IRS people, they kind of bother you sometimes, but, unfortunately not now.
Okay.
So I will talk to you. I'll give you a heads up if I'm going to drive up that way. Okay? And,
Is Wendy down there? Is it involved Wendy?
No. So let me just talk to you later, and,
What is it? Is everyone's health okay?
Yeah.
Does it involve me or other people?
Well, probably both of them.
He said, does it involve me? Does it involve you? Who is it involve? You see this? Did it go back? Hold on.
What's that?
Well,
All right. Does it involve me or other people? And Donna says, well, probably both of us. They gave her a piece. I think the paper they gave her was an article about Dan's death. Well, probably both of us. Why? I mean, technically it would involve you guys because you're the mother-in-law. He's the brother-in-law. But why does it, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Donna. Well, probably both of us. So someone comes and talks to you on the street in front of your apartment. You're walking back from dropping the boys off at piano lessons or whatever, or wherever you were. You were by yourself walking. Someone confronts you about people that know Katie Nigbanawa and Sigfredo, and you think it has something to do with you and Charlie? Girl, you done told on yourself on this one.
Does it involve me or other people?
Well, probably both of them.
What's that?
Probably the two of them. So you probably have a general idea what I'm talking about. So let's just find some time to talk to each other and take the boys for a ride, okay?
You're gonna take the boys up there?
Well, maybe they can come home. Maybe we can get here till about 7 when Dad gets here.
So it's harder to talk to me today.
Or tomorrow, and it's important.
All right. Well, I'll be up at Mitch Klein's office. You want to come up? Oh yeah, so really.
I'm just concerned that I just have to get up there and get back in time for things to get them. Sometimes she gets out a little earlier, but not coming out here.
Can I ask you a question? Whose paperwork sent up?
I see that, and it's great. I was something that came hand to hand to me. I exited the program today.
Is it right? Was it anonymous or?
No, oh no, it's not anonymous. Not anonymous. I just don't want to discuss it on the phone.
Right, whatever it is. It's silly, but if you want,
I wouldn't bother you, trust me.
yeah. Do you want me to come down to see you tomorrow? I get the day off.
Yes, that would be wonderful. Dad actually works later tomorrow. You know, he goes in at 1 o'clock. We both work out at the gym from 9:30 to 10:30. So
Whatever it is, I'll take a look at the paperwork.
Yeah.
I hope it's not the IRS.
I just would like you to review it and give me some input as to what your thoughts are. Okay, so come down tomorrow. Dad leaves at 12, so anytime after 12 is good.
12 tomorrow.
Yeah, he leaves at 12, he starts at 1 there, so 12, 12:15.
I'll come down after that way. I can hang out with you and see if it's good.
That would be great.
Perfect.
From this conversation, the way she's trying to make sure Harvey's not around makes me think that they tried to keep Harvey out of some of the fuckery, but Harvey had to know something was going on. He might be a little like Shirley Strawberry, like he might just like Harvey, go to work, and Donna kept things to herself. Who knows? But it sounds like they were trying to make sure Harvey wouldn't be around. Harvey couldn't hear. Harvey would be at work, kind of stuff. So I don't know.
I'll talk to you later.
Would you describe the defendant's demeanor on this call as really calm?
Yes,
She says Dad's at work, fortunately.
she does.
Does she indicate that she's in fear on the call?
No, she does not.
She was handed a piece of paper that had an article about the murder of Dan Markell, right?
Correct.
That's what the interaction was about.
That's correct. That's what he handed her and made reference to it.
And when Charlie asked the defendant what it's about, what does she say?
She says to both of us,
Probably both of us, probably the two of us.
and then the two of us. Said it twice.
Does she say the name Dan Markell on this call?
No, she does not.
Does she say the name Dan Markell anywhere on this wire?
No, not that I recall.
Did she report this incident to the police?
No, she did not.
Is there another call shortly after this one?
There it is.
Tell us about the next call, call B.
Call B is on the same day. It's from Mr. Charlie Adelson to Mrs. Donna Adelson, and it occurred about, I want to say about 20 minutes after the call we just listened to at 2:35 p.m.
Let's publish call B, please.
You know, Charlie was like, Mom, what is it? He had to call right back. So she calls him, says, I got something handed to me, and it's concerning me and you. He's like, is it from the IRS? Are we getting sued? What is it? What is it? What is it? She went, well, he said, well, I'll take a day off. Okay, that'd be great. Come see me. You just got a photocopy of an article about your son-in-law getting killed. The man talked to you on the street and told you that you were taking care of two people, but you hadn't taken care of another one, and then hands you an article about the man that the two of the three people you mentioned pew-pewed. And then the other one is your son's girlfriend who provided the hookup for the whole entire shenanigans. And you're on a recorded wiretap. Hello, son, I need to talk to you about something. Yeah, it's, uh-huh. Yeah, it might be about me and you. Uh-huh. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Daddy's not going to be home. He's at lunch. He'll be home. He'll be going after 12, okay? If that call wasn't the most suspicious call ever, I don't know which one was. That was suspicious to me, but wait and hold on to the next ones you're going to hear. Yeah, I think Harvey might have known they were with the shits, but I don't know if he knew everything, right? No man's going to work for 40 years, build up a nice amount of money, have a good life for your wife, you provided wonderful educations for your kids, and be down with taking out your son-in-law. I don't know. Harvey may have needed to have put the brakes on some things. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait because they come with all these receipts. He may know more than we're going to give him credit for. I just feel like it's just like, wow, what a waste, right? I'm going back on mute, guys. My dogs are doing too much.
Good. Is it me not paying the sun tax?
He called her back and said, is it me not paying the sun pass? Now, Charlie is a bundle of nerves. He went from the IRS. Are we getting sued? Is it a damn sun pass bill?
No, what was I going to say? Do you mind paying my Brown & Brown insurance?
No.
Okay. Because I'm going to just stay with the same company. Yeah, the thing is this, if you stay with the same company for 3 years, they then try to bump you down to lower bracket.
Oh, okay. So it's a good idea that you want.
So I might as well stay with them and hope that it's actually true that they can do what you said about putting it in the lower bracket.
Okay. Do you want me to call Pam Hall?
Yeah, because I told her that my mom called her because she handles like that stuff at the office.
Okay.
And then just send them a check. Because they have to have it for, I want to say the 29th or something.
Okay.
And I was looking at and do that. And listen, whatever it is, whatever someone sent you, I wouldn't worry too much about anything.
Okay.
I mean, so if someone can write whatever they want to write, someone can say whatever they want to say, and I'm not worried.
Okay.
So, was it another bad review on Yelp?
There's reviews come in, sometimes they're not bad reviews. This is a particularly bad one. So,
So I'm not being sued.
no.
Okay. All right, honestly,
So he says, is it another bad Yelp review? Yeah, it's a really, really bad one.
it's whatever it is, and I wouldn't just judging from what you're making it sound like. I wouldn't stress it out too much.
Okay, it's probably nothing.
Oh yeah, listen, people can always write, people can always say anything they want. It doesn't, someone says you're a bad dentist, it doesn't mean you're a bad dentist. So, but anyway, I'll definitely come down. It actually works out.
Someone accuses you of murder doesn't mean you committed murder. I'm sorry. Let me stop and go back on silent.
Someone says you're a bad dentist, it doesn't mean you're a bad dentist. So, but anyway, I'll definitely come down. It actually works out perfectly to have the day off.
Okay. So I'll make you take me out to dinner, so make sure you bring cash with you.
All right.
Okay?
Do I need to bring cash?
Yeah, if you take me out to dinner, I'm going to have to give you that's probably a good idea, right?
Yeah. Was this, look, I should bring cash. I don't have much cash to bring.
Yeah. I'll see if I have my other people. And see what I can share. Okay.
Was it, can I ask you, is someone blackmailing you?
Well, it's going to be a possibility.
Charlie cannot hold water. Donna should have known, look, Charlie, come tomorrow. Don't ask me any questions. I'll see you tomorrow after 12. Bye. This boy is just too much. He can't hold water.
Do you think someone's trying to blackmail you?
Maybe.
No. That's crazy. Is there, I don't know the blackmail before, but is there any way I can see you? You can't come up here at all?
It's going to be difficult if they don't finish the piano teacher need to about 4:15. And even if I came up there and got there a little maybe 5:15, it was going to be tough to necessarily get back here in time for me to pick them up.
Was this, can I just ask you this? Is this anything government related, or is this like whack job writing a letter to you?
Worst. He's the worst.
Is it like a whack job writing a letter to you, or is this government related?
No.
It's like he's ready for the IRS. Maybe they were cooking the books over there because he is so ready for the IRS to come for them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know.
So it's not government or military or anything like that?
No.
Who was the letter addressed to? To you. That's crazy. Did it have do you know who sent it to you?
That was a pretty good idea. But, let's walk in and either, and I would like to try to get through today. I will definitely, I just don't know if I'm going to get back here in time for them to not know how to do
Is it, so whoever sent you a letter sent you an anonymous letter?
Not really anonymous.
And did they sign it?
It's handled.
So someone showed up, was it like by a process server?
That's what I did was.
It wasn't.
No.
Where did they come to you at?
When I walked out of the building, and there were lights, and the past both driveways with the icon.
Right.
And I walked in about 5 feet from pressing the button so that I can cross the street to pick up the guy this afternoon.
Right?
And just as I got on the sidewalk. Yeah. Okay, Susie, so you stay up here then, okay? You stay up here. I'll work on the computer and then finish it, okay? Yeah, maybe somebody maybe I think I want. Call me down.
And he came over and was it a young guy, an old guy?
So probably mid-30s. I wouldn't forget that day.
Really?
Kelly, I can wait for you to go up there. I'm just concerned about getting back here in time. And you're worried. I don't think it's a good idea for the girls to say you know, you know?
All right.
And it's going to be a check for it.
Well, I mean, you have to get into this stuff with insurance. I mean, it's crazy that someone hands you a letter like that. That aren't new.
Usually you better just keep it you know, small, that's 12, 15, 12, 21.
Is the person like threatening you or anything?
You know, you never know how to interpret these. So let's not worry, and let's move small. I think that's better.
This is what I think. If they were innocent, which we know they're not, if someone handed you a piece of paper about your son-in-law's death, and then you're talking to your son, telling him someone just handed you something weird, wouldn't you think Mrs. Adelson would have just said, Charlie, someone gave me a clipping or art, you know, like a printout of Dan's regarding Dan's death, and they mentioned a couple, like, you would just think she would have just said it. At this point, she should have just been like, look, this is what it is. It's just, there's no way to get out of this.
But let's move tomorrow afternoon.
All right, let me ask you this. Do you want to take a picture of the letter and send me what someone sent you?
Yeah. Really, I'm gonna do that.
So it wasn't the government or the military or somebody, just some random person.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. How long was the letter?
No, it's just a copy of the article. It's not written in the letter. But it's written in a copy of that letter.
Is the person threatening you?
You know, I don't think we should.
Actually, I mean, it's kind of thing. If there's a threat, you go to the police.
Yeah.
But anyway, let me. Well, I don't mean it's people threaten you gotta go to the police. But let me see what it is. Let me see what nonsense it is first. Well, it won't be the first time I've been threatened. But
I'd like to just see what you think.
yeah,
No.
no.
Right here, right up to him. So let's do that. Let's make it, 12, 20, 12, 30, tomorrow. That would be ideal. Okay?
Okay. You got it.
Yeah, I'm excited to go for it. Okay?
All right. Yeah. No. Come down. I'll see you.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
all right. If it's something serious, I'm going to recommend going to the police. So.
Oh, no, I know. That's what I'm supposed to do.
So. All right. Sounds good.
We'll talk tomorrow. Okay?
All right.
On this call, we hear the defendant say that this is a particularly bad Yelp review. Is this an example of code talk?
Yes.
This doesn't have anything to do with the Yelp review, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so already in call 2, we've got code words being used.
That's correct.
And she indicates that Charlie should bring cash, and if he doesn't have it, she'll bring it, right?
She does.
Does she indicate she knows who sent her the letter?
She does in a way. She knows who the person was by seeing them.
She says, I have a pretty good idea who sent it.
Right.
He asks if she wants to send him a picture of what she received from the person. What's her answer?
And she didn't think that was a good idea.
He asks if there's a threat, we should go to the police. What does she say about that?
She says at the end, she finally says something like, we might do that, something around there.
Okay, but initially says not a good idea.
Correct.
And did anyone go to the police?
No.
Does she reiterate in this call, no talking on the phone?
Did she indicate that?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, and is there a third call in which Charlie calls back and presses for more information again?
Yes, there is.
How soon after call B do we get that next call?
The next call is at 3:00, so about 15 minutes after that call ended.
All right, publish call C, please.
Hey, sorry about that. Quick question for you. Well, one thing I was going to tell you is obviously don't talk about things in the apartment or any place.
Oh, obviously.
The other thing is, was the person black, white, and
What?
and they just came up to you and they said your name and handed you a piece of paper?
No, no, didn't hand it right away. First spoke to me for a while and then handed it to me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And they wearing hats, sunglasses, or?
No, nothing. Nothing. You could describe them to a T.
What's that?
You could describe them to a T. No, nothing.
Was the person nervous or were they angry or?
No, calm as could be. Totally calm.
That's really crazy. Are they trying to ask for money or something?
Yeah.
If someone trying, I mean, listen, if it's something like that, I'll probably like go to the police, but
I may have to, but I'd rather talk to you first and then.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't, there's scumbags out there all the time that try to do stuff like that.
Oh, no.
So,
That's why I just want you to see, because I don't want, not your father upset. So,
don't say anything to dad until I take a look at it, because dad's part of it.
Absolutely.
On everything.
That's why I suggested, that to go to work tomorrow.
Did the person give you any kind of like time frame or anything?
No.
Okay.
But it's
Yeah.
clear, what's wrong with it.
What is it, kind of fancy, what do they ask for?
I don't know, this TV is probably about 5.
They ask you for $5,000?
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And then she, like, an ex-girlfriend. Hi, Sandra, good morning. Good, how are you? Okay.
that's crazy. Let me take a look at it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll go from there.
Lincoln Jones first. Okay, do that one. Yeah.
Okay. Let me take a look, and then I'll
If you want to go to dinner, we'll see where we go.
yeah, I'll go down in the afternoon, and I'll take a look at whatever
Yeah.
whatever
We'll go.
today.
We'll go for a walk on the beach or something. It's gonna be nice tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
Love you too, honey. Bye-bye. Yes.
All right, so this call, Charlie says, obviously don't talk about things in the apartment or any place.
One moment. What is the objection? His approach.
Oh, Donna. Oh. Donna, you could go to maybe it's time to go to the restroom now. She told Charlie she didn't want to talk about it, and Charlie made her talk about it. Now she's sitting in court listening to it. She said she saw the man. She'll never forget his face. She could describe him to the T. And guess what? He was sitting right in front of her, testifying. Can I pull it? Let me see. My thing won't hover right now. But he was sitting up there testifying right in her face. How embarrassing. Embarrassing. And they're gonna have some more tomorrow. Hold on. Okay, so somebody objected. Can you please stop dragging my client? She's had enough. She's 75. Can you just give her a little mercy? Can you just stop the drag fest right now? No. We gave her opportunity. She's had 10 years to tell the truth. We're not done. We've got all the receipts. Yeah, the man testified, but he wouldn't show his face. It was confidential. He's an FBI undercover agent. Okay, hold on.
Objection is overruled. You may continue with your examination.
Your objection is overruled.
Oh gosh, where are we? Obviously, don't talk about things in the apartment or any place. And she says, obviously, right?
That's correct.
Why?
That's a good question.
Did you have the apartment bugged?
No, we did not.
Did the gang member have the apartment bugged?
No, we didn't.
And next, there's a statement, this TV is probably going to be about 5. Was there anything to do with the TV in this bump operation?
Yes.
Well, was the word TV mentioned to Donna Adelson when the undercover approached her?
No, not at
Did
all.
he say she was buying a TV for $5,000?
No.
Okay. So the TV, though, has significance in the greater context of your investigation?
That's correct.
How so?
Because there was the TV repairman that was going to Wendy's house from Best Buy, but it wasn't really going to Wendy's house. It was the TV repairman was going to Wendy's old house, right? The TV repairman went to the old house, right? But this new TV is going to cost $5,000.
Charlie Adelson had supposedly joked to several people about buying his sister a TV as a divorce present instead of hiring a hitman.
Right. And was that the same TV that also served as Wendy Adelson's alibi in the morning of the murder?
That's correct.
In this call that we just heard, Donna Adelson says that the person that approached her, quote, mentioned an ex-girlfriend.
Again, based on the same thing we discussed at sidebar.
Overruled. Please clarify your question, Ms. Ketterman, so it's clear as the context.
When Ms. Adelson is talking on this call that we just heard, she says that the undercover, quote, mentioned an ex-girlfriend. Does she say the name of the ex-girlfriend to Charlie Adelson?
No, she doesn't.
All right. Did the undercover say the name of an ex-girlfriend to Donna Adelson?
Yes, he did.
What did he say?
He said Katie and Tudo.
Okay. And does Charlie have more than one ex-girlfriend?
Yes, he does.
Yes, a litany of them, right?
He does.
Okay. So when Charlie hears ex-girlfriend, does he, in fact, on the next call one of his ex-girlfriends?
Yes, he does.
Okay. And he has not been told Katie yet?
That's correct.
Okay. Who does he call?
He calls Catherine McManlin.
Is that our call D, the next call?
Yes, it is.
Publish call D, please.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
No, like, are you someplace you can talk to?
So what?
Are you any place that you can talk to?
You can talk right now.
What's that?
Just talk right now. Just talk.
Okay, can you go somewhere that's not loud when I'm talking to you?
I can't. It's like loud, like I can't get out.
Okay, I'm trying to walk outside and talk to her now. I can't even fucking get outside. Alright, so we got it on. Alright, somebody, hang on, okay. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear.
Okay, I just want you to listen to me. I'll be able to talk to you, in person when I see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Because I don't know what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
but my mom walked the kids. I only heard part of the story,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna go down there and talk to her tomorrow to find out what's going on.
Okay.
Because she didn't want to elaborate,
Uh-huh.
but she said that someone approached her on the street,
Uh-huh.
called her by name,
Mm-hmm.
handed her an envelope with something in it.
Yeah.
And somebody she really wouldn't go into detail. I have no idea what this is in reference to.
Uh-huh.
But something regarding her son, something regarding his ex-girlfriend, and the person asking my mom for some money.
What?
Yeah. So I said, well, yeah. I'm like, first what you're saying, I thought it was like something involving the IRS or a payment
Yeah.
or something like that. So I don't even know what the fuck it's about at all.
So somebody like bumped into your mom like that?
Well, they came up to her on the street after she dropped the kids off at school. I guess she brought them to school, I don't even know. But they must know her routine, they must know who she is.
Yeah.
They walked up to her, they called her by name, they handed her an envelope. And she said they spoke to her for a few minutes. And then she said they're making reference to my ex-girlfriend. I have no fucking clue what that's about.
Yeah.
And then they explained that they needed to be paid the money.
For what?
I guess Bob didn't want to talk to me on the phone. But
But like, did she see the person? Was she like, she should have like.
oh yeah, that's what I said. I said, someone's gonna try to blackmail you or something.
Exactly.
Right.
Right. You like that.
I said, you gotta go straight to the police. So she's like, I don't even know what this is about. I don't wanna talk about it. I will take a picture and send me what it is. She's like, I just want you to see it in person. So I'm gonna go there. I can't even fucking go there today because I won't get out of work until 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So she's like, just.
So did you just stalking your mom?
I don't even fucking know. I don't know what's going on, what my mom's about. We didn't do anything with my mom. I mean, yeah.
This is what I do with my mom.
Okay. Just checking. Just checking. I don't know what.
No, but I feel for your mom. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
That person, like, just going up to your mom, like, hello.
Yeah, and my mom said it involved your ex-girlfriend, so I don't even think she said who. I'm just like, you're my last girlfriend, so that's why I'm calling you.
What they wouldn't want from her.
I have no idea. So anyway, I'm gonna find out. Well, they wanted money.
I know, exactly. Did she tell you? Like, what?
No, she was just kind of like a little bit rattled and with the kids and was like, listen, I should have had the day off tomorrow, but she's like, come down and talk to me. So I'm going down tomorrow to talk to her, and then I don't remember if it had anything to do with you. If they're mentioning you or if any reference to you, I'll keep you posted.
What am I doing me? Yeah, like
I don't know.
Girlfriend.
Well, we'll talk. It could be anything, so I just assumed that.
Exactly.
But anyway, doesn't matter. So I may want to see you tomorrow if it does have anything to do with you. If it doesn't, then I feel like a fucking idiot for even following, wasting your time.
Did Katie say you have like 1,000 ex-girlfriends? Katie says you have like 1,000 ex-girlfriends. So when Luis said, so when they asked Luis who Charlie was to Katie, and he said, I don't know, her side piece. Luis called Charlie a side dude. That was hilarious. He called him a side piece, and Katie's like, "What? You got like 1,000 ex-girlfriends. Why it gotta be me?"
Why not doing me? You have like
I don't know.
girlfriend.
Well, we'll talk. It could be any. So I just assumed that.
Exactly.
But anyway, doesn't matter. So I may want to see you tomorrow if it does have any conspiracy. If it doesn't, then I feel like a fucking idiot for even following, wasting your time.
Yeah, I was your lucky mom. Like, who don't know this shit? I thought that was you. Like, I'm right over. Like,
I know. I said, Mom, was the guy wearing hat, glasses? I was like, no, I can take the person out one after the second. They came over to me. They spoke to me very politely. There was a white male in the 30s. No hat, no glasses. Just a white male in the 30s. Came up there and she was. Addressed her. So, but anyway, either here or there, I feel like an idiot if it was some other act. But anyway.
yeah. Did you have any fight with him over there or something?
I don't know. I mean, maybe I should just be calling everybody today.
No, yeah, you should try to find out.
I thought when I spoke to my mom, she said it's involved. They mentioned your name in it. That's why I was calling you, but I'm going to feel like an idiot if they didn't. So, but anyway, are you working tomorrow? What's the story?
Yeah, but you can always talk while you're there. Doesn't matter.
All right, what time I'm finished work?
Thank you. All right, let me know.
What time you finish work tomorrow?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Well, like I told them like I'm usually between like 9:30 to. You want me to get up? Okay.
What?
Anytime between 9:30 to like 3-ish, 4-ish. It depends.
Okay.
Like today I was like super like crazy.
Okay, I gotta get back in there. I'm gonna be in Miami, and when I'm done hanging out down there, I'm gonna come to you. Okay?
Yeah, I'm like right there as well.
So figure somewhere around 4, I'll see you.
Okay.
All right. No worries, you know.
All right.
All right. Have a good day. I'll talk to you later.
Business.
In this call, Charlie Adelson tells Catherine Magdanoa that the man that approached his mother said, quote, something regarding her son and his ex-girlfriend. Did the undercover say anything about Charlie Adelson or Donna's son?
No.
Did the undercover reference Charlie Adelson at all?
No, he did not.
When Donna Adelson relayed to Charlie what the undercover did she say they mentioned you?
No.
But he deduces that he misremembers that it was just about him.
That's what it appears, correct.
Did he proceed after this call to call any of his other ex-girlfriends?
No, he did not.
Did he speak to anyone else about this other than the family members that we're going to hear in Catherine Magdanoa?
No, he didn't.
Right. There was discussion of an in-person meeting between the defendant and her son, Charlie Adelson. Did that take place?
It did.
When did that take place?
The following day at about, I think it was around 1 o'clock.
Is this April 20th, 2016?
That's correct.
Where did the meeting take place?
It took place behind Mrs. Adelson's building. They actually met in the building, we believe, and then came out the back of it and walked down. There's a sidewalk along the water behind their building. They walked along the sidewalk to a restaurant called Monty's, and there's a table out by the water, out by itself, just behind the restaurant that they went and sat at and met there and talked.
What, if any, efforts were...
Ms. Adelson, if you need your hearing assisting device, please wear it so you do not miss any of the evidence.
You hear Judge Everett tell Mrs. Adelson, Ms. Adelson, put your hearing device back on so you can hear the evidence.
Please ask you do not miss. Ms. Adelson, if you need your hearing assisting device, please wear it so you do not miss any of the evidence. Your hearing assisting device.
If any efforts were,
Ms. Adelson, if you need your hearing assisting device, please wear it so you do not miss any of the evidence.
Ma'am, we are not trying to have your attorneys appeal because you say you could not hear and we told you to put your listening device on. We need you to hear every word of this drag, okay? Because they're getting ready to drag you up until 5:15. The drag will start at 8:30 and it doesn't end until 5:15 on a daily. You must listen to your whole entire roast, okay?
Please ask your question again.
what, if any, efforts were made to surveil or record the meeting between Charlie Adelson and the defendant?
Yes, I had recording equipment brought in, and we tried to get as close as we could to them. They sat out away from anyone else across the sidewalk, right by the water on one side of them and the sidewalk on the other, and we couldn't get very close to them without alerting them that we were there.
Were you able to record the contents of their conversation at that in-person meeting?
No, we tried, but it was inaudible. There was no audio.
Were you able to get any photographs of this in-person meeting?
I was.
Judge, at this time, I'd ask to introduce State 53.
Yo, wait till you see this picture.
State 53 is admitted.
May I publish?
Oh. Like, let me turn the light off so everybody can see very well. Turn the light off.
Can you describe?
Can you describe Donna? Donna, after your son called you 11 times, you told him you could not talk on the phone. He proceeded to make you tell him about the bump. You went and met him over by the water at a secluded table so you guys could have a private conversation while Mr. Adelson was not home. Girl, do you see this? The FBI, they were probably across in one of the boats. They were over there with telephoto lenses. Do you see this? This was 11. What was this? This was in 2016. So that was what, 9 years ago? Donna has her little short sleeve shirt on, her sunglasses. They're talking down there by the water. Okay. This is when her and Charlie met. I saw what someone said. Why did Katie say, did they just bump into your mom like that? Or someone was just bumping into her? Girl, I don't know. It is a coincidence, but he said someone just stopped her. But so I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting. The FBI calls it the bump. And Katie said they're just bumping in. But I don't know that Katie was an FBI informant. Katie's got life without parole. If she were, I feel like if she were actually a real informant, she wouldn't be in jail right now.
For the jury, their demeanor, the way in which they were speaking at this meeting?
Yes, they were talking in very low voices. And Mr. Adelson is usually very loud, but he was not talking in a loud voice in this particular meeting. Even when they walked down the sidewalk, they were talking very low, leaning into each other, almost a whisper.
How long did the meeting last?
I believe around 30 minutes at the table.
All right. Judge, I think this might be a good time to recess for the day.
Very well.
Very well.
We are going to take our break for the evening at this point.
Put it
Once
in
again,
like
I'm
one
going to
drawer
remind you
separate.
not to discuss
Thank
this
you, Bill.
case with anyone else or each other.
They did their thing today. If you watched from start to finish, you got your money's worth, because let me tell you something. It was a long damn day and it was full of lots of information. Today was one long CVS receipt. It was very much giving. It was giving like a year's worth of CVS receipts. It was ridiculous. My favorite part of the day, though, I'm not gonna lie, was the last part. That's pretty much, I'm trying to keep it to like my favorite part of the day. I'm watching so you don't have to. The day was good, and it will not disappoint if you're following the case. But I feel like the last hour was so exciting with the FBI, with the surveillance. These are not phone calls. These are phone calls, but these are not jail calls. These are wiretaps. They are legit eavesdropping and all up in their business. And Charlie and his mom are trying desperately to communicate in code, and they are failing miserably. They have the FBI all up in their ass, and they don't even know it. It's a mess. It's really a mess. And furthermore, this was what, 2016? Just imagine in 2025, after you're trying to board a flight one way to Vietnam. Can you put my flip flop and you guys get out of here, please? Thank you. Please and thank you. Okay, thank you. You're gonna sit in a courtroom and have to listen to this all over again. Can you believe it? And your coverage got me through my shift. Oh, thank you, Mocha. You're so sweet. So yeah, that's it. That's what happened today. This is my day 4. I'm sure, I know that there's people who are going to give you blow by blow and tell you absolutely everything that happened. And I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're just going to be at the good parts. Did I listen to some more of Cardi B this afternoon? Hold on. Let me just highlight on this. Maybe we'll talk about it a little bit in the morning. I feel like the judge, I could be wrong, but I feel like the judge is going to throw the case out any day now. Cause it's, this lady was working in the office and she basically said the security guard's claim was absolutely bogus. I feel like it's I don't know, but we can talk about it tomorrow if you guys want to. I think that's it, guys. What's kind of Freudian? Donna and Sir Mr. Charlie. They're going to get to her. I think they're just slow dragging it out. There's no point in having someone sit, you know what I mean? Like, what would be, I think this is what I think, and I'm sure you guys can see this. It's almost like they've needed one prosecution on top of another. Each prosecution has led to another. It's possible if they tried to do a complete cluster. Let's look at YSL for 1 second. We're not going to talk about it long. YSL, they rounded up everybody and thought they were going to do like a disco speed round of prosecutions. And it's quite possible this layered, staggered approach is the approach where you may have a conspiracy where everyone had a particular autonomy. There wasn't just one boss shot caller. There's multiple different things happening with autonomy, right? So I think that this particular crime that happened to Dan Markel, even though it was a conspired effort, it probably, the way that it was the way it unfolded and they found everything, it probably made sense to stagger it to get each prosecution billed to another prosecution. And it's almost like they're having to go completely backwards, because if they would have started with Wendy, they wouldn't have had enough. Now that they're ending with Wendy where it probably began, they're going to have a mountain of evidence. They needed one on top of the other. You know what I mean? They have to build a whole entire foundation to get to, so they're going to get there. There's no statute of limitations on murder, so they got time. And I partially think that even though the boys are going to be screwed anyway, you know, unfortunately, they've lost their father. They're going to lose their mother. And maybe them getting as close to 18, um, you know, I don't know. It's sad. It's awful. I feel sorry. The only people I really feel bad for are those children who had to grow up without their father, deal with a mother who didn't bring them to the funeral, and all of these weirdos that they have in their family. It's very sad. And then they got cut off from the people, the parental grandparents in Canada. So very, very sad. I saw a video today where Dan Dan Markel's parents, or his dad specifically, made a video of his victim impact statement and said, you know, maybe one day my grandsons will see this, and, you know, da da da, da whatever. It was very sad. Very, very sad. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have a wonderful evening. I'll see you guys in the morning. I'll come with my thoughts on what's going on with Cardi B in this lawsuit. Also, there is an update for Jake and Rebecca Haro. I did some research. I looked up the dockets. I watched the press conference. Maybe I'll run the press conference early in the morning. So if you're interested in that update, we'll talk about it super early in the morning. But the district attorney is not playing of Riverside. He is not playing. And baby, he's very serious with a nice blue suit and very sharp and bilingual. Okay. He was answering questions fluently in Spanish and English, and was just like, and they're pissed at the internet. They are pissed at the internet. They appreciate the good, you know, the good work, but if you're out here spreading, you know what I'm saying, like, they're like, it's a baby, you know, we are looking for a child, and this is not a joke, and if you're out here spreading misinformation, we strongly advise you to please stop. They're not happy with that at all. Which, yes, it's a 7-month-old. So anyway, yeah, I have an update on that. So we'll get into that in the morning. Anyway, I think that's it. There's, yeah, lots going on. You guys have a wonderful evening. Make sure to hit the thumbs up for me. Make sure to share if you care. If you're new here, subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time I go live, post another video, and do all of the things. Okay. You guys take care. Have a wonderful evening. And I'll see you guys later. Okay. You guys take care. Bye, guys.